Hey folks, and welcome back. Now we are up on the Decepticon campaign, which, I mean, no offense to the Autobots, but I've always really liked the Decepticons better in both War and Fall than the Autobots. And I'm also super excited about this one because it's a wonderful bang to start out the Decepticon campaign with. And with me on this cacophony of explosions is...
Hey everybody, it's the Last Robokai here, and I'm looking forward to this next bunch of missions as well, because it's just escalation, and who better to escalate a whole lot of violence than the Combaticons, really. They're absolutely perfectly suited for it.
And for those of you who aren't really familiar with it, the Combaticons they're all Decepticons. They're a group of 5 Transformers that, in addition to their normal vehicle forms, can form into a super robot named Bruticus. He's like what, like 50 feet high?
He's a very large, very angry robot.
Yeah, he's very big and very angry. So we are going to get to see all of that in action over the next couple of episodes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
There it is! The Autobot transport carting away my Energon!
Don't you mean our Energon, Starscream?
Oh, of course, Onslaught. Our Energon. That idiot's shockwave allowed the Autobots to steal every last drop. Luckily, I have devised a plan to steal it back.
You mean we?
Very well, Onslaught. You explain the plan.
Combaticons, listen up! We need to divert the transport off the main road and into a sky ambush led by Starscream. We will accomplish this by destroying the bridge in this sector. Swindle, I want you to patrol the area to deal with any Autobot scouts who would give us away.
You bet.
Blast off, Vortex! You'll need to clear a shortcut through this canyon to the bridge.
Sounds simple enough.
Brawl will follow in a dropship and blast the supports to bring the bridge down. I like blasted stuff. Once the transport changes course, we will join Starscream's ambush and reclaim what's ours. Remember, we have limited time and Energon to pull this off. Make it happen.
Yes, make it happen, Combaticons!
Well, I'm inspired. Let's hit it, Vortex.
After you, blast off. Where'd you go? Vortex, this is Onslaught. Get to the bridge and destroy it before the Autobot transport can get across. Roger that, Onslaught. We're on it.
What is this place?
An ancient Autobot city. No one's been here for ages.
Reminds me of how we trashed Ida.
Forward recon to base. Over. Base. I'm not sure if I've got a transmission connection or not, but in case anyone is hearing this, here's a little FYI I wish someone would have shared with me before I got into this pride-forsaken place. If you come across a web of fate lasers, avoid them. They'll wreak havoc on your systems and jam your loading ability.
Stay clear of those lasers!
So yeah, expect this level to be a mile a minute.
Ease off the throttle, blast off. Can't keep up. That's the point, Vortex. I'll flush out any trouble. You back me up.
Yeah, not giving us much of a chance to say anything.
It's chasing me! That was close, blast off! I thought you said this place was deserted. Right!
Both the Autobots and the Decepticons utilize minefields to protect and defend our trade routes. So what makes this homing mine so unique? Once it locks onto your position, it is almost impossible to evade unless you destroy it with your weapon first. Running is futile, and once one homing mine locks onto your coordinates, others are certain to follow.
So the achievement here is to nail all of these mines before they can detonate on blast off. There's only one that's a particular problem with that, and of course it's right at the end, because game designers have always loved that particular little fuck you.
They're very good at that. Also, I just wanted to say just about the very beginning of that. I'm not sure which I liked more: Starscream hamming it up and posing in exactly the same way as his own picture, or the fact that we had our good old friends, the Combaticons, posing together every time like Onslaught said something.
I always like to think that they're trying to decide who can be more arrogant.
Why isn't that bridge destroyed yet?
We're working on it, Starscream.
Don't mistake it. Every single Combaticon is incredibly full of themselves. It's just that they've actually got more credentials to back it up than Starscream does.
Blasto, what's your status?
The Autobots must know we're coming! They keep getting in our way!
Stop right there, Decepticreeps! Keep your hands where we can see them!
Hey, Vortex, use your shockwave now!
You have no idea how satisfying it is to finally waste somebody who says Decepticreep.
Do not lose that trail. Gonna be tight! Vortex, we're running out of time. Get to that bridge now! I'm working on it! Work faster! We need to bring that bridge down before the transport can cross it.
So here's Vortex's gimmick. Pretty much everything about him explodes.
Yeah, he's got more weapons than pretty much any other, like in vehicle form, than pretty much anybody else.
Yeah, the Moleculon bomb that I'm using right now is one of the most satisfying things to use in the game, and then they pair it off with giving him Shockwave, which is one of the most satisfying powers in the game.
Yeah, he doesn't mess around. He's there to bring the pain very quickly and very efficiently.
Where'd he go?
Some argued I should have split the convoy of Energon on its journey to Autobot City. However wise, there is no time. The transport, though heavy and cumbersome,
Decepticons in
is our
proximity!
best hope. In the meantime, I wonder as to how the Decepticons will respond to their leader being pulverized. I sense the one called Starscream has been waiting for this opportunity.
Like you didn't know, Optimus.
Everyone who knows Starscream knew he was waiting for this opportunity, and also yelling about it. He was probably like standing outside Icon, just, you know, with like a bunch of pamphlets, just letting everybody know what it was going to be like when Megatron finally, like, you know, kicked the bucket. It was his time.
Megatron stubs his toe, and all of a sudden Starscream is yelling, "Megatron has fallen." Also, fun note about that particular audio log, this level was the demo for, the pre-release demo for Fall of Cybertron, and that little audio log from Optimus sort of blew the surprise of Megatron getting his ass kicked.
Even before Energon became so scarce, these ridiculously designed transport tankers devoured just about as much Energon as they carried. I question the use of them to transport what Energon remains from the lake, but orders are orders.
He's just mad. Ironhide was the one who had the idea that worked.
I honestly think that is probably more true than false.
So a fun little fact about the Combaticons.
Onslaught! The transport is equipped with heavy anti-aircraft guns! Hear that, Starscream? Do not attack from the air!
I will make my own decisions, Onslaught.
Bad decisions. Yeah. So Generation 1, the Combaticons were actually all they were all criminals. They weren't originally a team. They were essentially criminals that had violated Decepticon law. Yeah, bet you wish you'd played that mission a few more times.
Shut up.
And and Starscream, very upset that that Megatron had finally gotten sick of his nonsense and kicked him out. Went to, he sabotaged the space bridge, got onto it, beat up Shockwave, which Starscream beats on Shockwave a lot, which is actually kind of funny.
Onslaught, we've reached the bridge! It's huge! How are we supposed to take down something that size?
Thrall's artillery attack should be able to destroy the supports underneath the bridge. Get in position and start shelling. We're in position! Thrall, get your main guns online. Guns are online, Onslaught. Ready to pound some metal. What the? Onslaught! Nothing happened! I read you, bro. Extra shielding must be fortifying the supports. Vortex, get in there and disable it.
Roger that, Onslaught. Spotted the shielding controls, but they're guarded by Autobots.
You want me to shell him? I got this.
Makes you wonder what exactly they had to do to break Decepticon law when you consider that Megatron considers Starscream to be like the epitome of the Decepticon ideal.
Well, we know what Swindle did, and we'll talk about it when we play as Swindle. But what essentially happened was, he pulled out the whatever it is that essentially makes up the memory core, personality cores of the what would become the Combaticons, because they were imprisoned without bodies. They were considered that dangerous and destructive. So Starscream built them bodies based off of old vehicles that he'd found at the Guadalcanal. So that's why they're all sort of combat vehicles, apparently, because they just got dumped there post-wars.
Lever is heavy! Couldn't they just make it a button?
I do like that.
Shields down! Light it up, bro! Keep clear, Vortex. One broken bridge coming up.
Structural integrity compromised. Shifting balance for additional support.
The bridge is still holding. I'll hit that second support.
Yeah, I want to see bridges like that.
Yeah, this is a bridge that's gonna you're gonna have to do everything to get it down.
I get a little confused here because I was looking for a Teletran terminal that I eventually just said F it. I don't really need that Teletran terminal.
It would be a flying sequence in Transformers if we weren't all bouncing off everything anyway.
The Autobots will be ready for you this time. Seriously? There are 2 more of those things? Hey, don't play these now. You were the easy target. Rocket coming in! You about done, Vortex. I want to blast those supports already. Yeah, kind of busy here, Brawl. You tried, eh?
I love how delayed that reaction is. Just like, what can I say to him? Oh yeah.
That's what Rawl's most common way of dealing with the problem is blowing it up.
How unsurprising.
Yeah, I do wonder what Vortex's crime was. But, no crime this time. Just an incredibly arrogant helicopter.
His role is as the Decepticon interrogator. So you know, I mean, basically, whenever there's a high-value Autobot prisoner around, he's called in to figure out what they know. I don't know if that would be related to his original crime or not.
Brawl! I'm at the lever! Ready your guns! Second shield is disabled. Let's bring this bridge down. Incoming!
Structural integrity critical. Adjusting internal stabilizer. Center support holding maximum load.
This bridge is really starting to grind my gears. Don't make them like this anymore. What now? The only thing holding it up is that central support. Get up there, Vortex.
Deploying defensives.
Onslaught! The transport is nearly at the bridge. I assume your team has succeeded in destroying it.
Vortex, our fearless leader is growing impatient. Roger that, Onslaught. Brawl! I don't see a control panel or even an access panel to get inside. I'm tired of this scrap. Get out of the way, Vortex. I'll make you an entrance. Brawl! Why didn't you just do that to begin with? Stop jabbering and get it!
There you go.
And now I'm happy.
Spooky dark down here. You're afraid of the dark? Well, it does make it hard to see. Vortex, Brawl, shut it! We need that bridge offline. Now.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, it's interesting to see that commonly when it's a case of the military guys have to perform this special operation with limited time and limited resources and everything keeps going wrong and they have to adapt, it's usually the good guys doing that. It's kind of nice to see it's the bad guys doing it.
I also just really love Vortex's design because he's able to fly around. He's got a high explosive bomb, and then he's able.
What am I looking for? The final support. It should look like the ones you already destroyed.
There's been a lot of talk about victory lately, about how the Autobots are through, on their heels. Too much talk, if you ask me. When you're overconfident, You're underprepared. Just like we were when we came across an Autobot Titan this morning. Tore the whole unit into spare parts, while any damage we inflicted on the Titan was immediately repaired by his battery of helper drones. Finally, someone started blasting those things out of the air. With the drones out of the action, we were able to get good target effect with our ordnance.
So you're able to just blow something up and then immediately transform into robot form, make another explosion, transform back into a helicopter, and fly off. I love doing that. It's such a wonderful, visceral feeling.
Yeah, well, I do like it. I'm not a big fan of helicopters for the most part. But you know, Vortex is all right. He's okay.
for a helicopter, he will suffice. He is adequate. So the new weapon that we got there is the Energon Harvester.
Vortex, the transport has reached the bridge. What's the status on the last support?
Stupid security. This could take a cycle or two.
Vortex, you need to hurry. That bridge needs to come down now.
And the Energon Harvester is a horrifying weapon because it's basically a shotgun with vampiric ammo. So you shoot it, and you get healthier while your opponent gets hurt. If that doesn't horrify you, I think you weren't paying attention to what I just said.
Yeah, we've been getting all these new and interesting ways to absolutely murder your... Yeah, look at that. There's just all these new and exciting ways to just inflict horrible war crimes on one another. like what? I was using an electric gun last episode, which basically just like cooks them from the inside.
And then makes them explode like fireworks because it wasn't humiliating enough dying like that.
Though in my defense, I use that entirely on mindless insect robots, so that's okay. My hands are clean.
Oh, that does feel good.
Should we call this hot lever action this episode?
I think so. Yes, I think this is hot lever action right here. And not coincidentally,
Nuts and bolts. This looks like trouble.
this is an Autobot Titan.
Deal with it, Vortex.
They're a little bit different to how they were in War for Cybertron. These, as you can see from what's going on here, they have little drones that pop out and heal them, and they're armed with scrap makers.
You actually can't destroy them without first seeing their drones come out. It's kind of like a little three-phase fight, just as a normal little mini boss enemy. And they're vicious. If I hadn't used like pretty much every cooldown I have, I would have died there very easily.
I usually spend much of that fight running away.
The charges are...
That was why I picked up the intercooler. Shockwave is actually one of the things that can knock out a phase of their fight pretty much all by itself.
Vortex, we are going down with the bridge.
I don't know what that chamber is, but I like it. It's so shiny.
It drains your shields, though. I've always been kind of curious as to what it is, because it drains your freaking shields. So, what better way to end a level absolutely riddled with explosions than with another much larger explosion?
R.I.P. Little Bridge. You fought to the end valiantly.
We're the little bridge that could, but Brawl and Vortex that make a horrifying team.
Oh yeah, it's kind of funny, I suppose. It's the one thing that that Starscream's plans always run afoul of, a large inanimate object.
Fun. And another funny thing about Starscream and the Combaticons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the original G1 version of Bruticus, it was so freaking powerful that it was going to destroy both the Autobots and the Decepticons. Before Starscream was just like, okay, well, he's turned on me now. Hey, Megatron, just shoot him right there. I built that in there specifically just in case this happened. And Megatron shot it once, boom, problem solved.
Yeah, I can't remember the specifics of it, but yeah, I believe Starscream, in one of those rare moments of of clarity designed a failsafe. It probably also helps that when Bruticus is combined, he becomes like 100 times less intelligent, because essentially with all combiners, when you slap them all together, they become dumb, because they've got like a whole bunch of different brains, different ideas on how they should be doing things, trying to balance out and like control this entire robot. And in Bruticus's case, it's every single part of it thinks it's better than the other parts and knows better, so it tends to struggle with doing anything but destroying things completely. Gestalt
intellects with nothing but super egos. I'm sure Freud would just be amazed at this.
Still better than Menasor. Menasor being the Stunticons. They were defined by the fact that the primary body piece, I forget what his name was, every single other one in the team hated his guts.
For next time, the Combaticons are not done, and we will be seeing the Bruticus that we've spoken about so much.
No, we don't see him next episode. There's like a short filler episode that I'll be doing, and then we get the Bruticus episode.
Oh right, okay. We might decide to do both of those at once. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Anyway, so next time we'll be rolling with Swindle on Belly of the Beast, and it's just as violent as it leads you to believe.
I have a lot to say about Swindle. So much to say about Swindle. He is the biggest jerk. We'll save it. He's amazing.
Oh man, Swindle makes me laugh just thinking about some of this shit. Alright, well, until next time, folks, I've been Cool Guy.
I've been the Lost Robot Guy.
Take good care of yourselves and all those you love, folks.